Welcome to the German Gills Show. It's Valentine's Day and Gillingham take on Grimsby Town this evening under the floodlights at Priestfield Stadium. There's no love lost between these two sides as they battle it out to get 3 points to get away from those relegation places. I'm going to be your host, Reese, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by. And if you'd like to follow our socials, we're on Twitter at Deutsche Gills, and of course, we're on Instagram at German Gills. If you'd like to support the channel, you could do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is in the description, and any donations go towards supporting the channel, including buying the season pass for next season, and any donations are much appreciated. Let's head over to Adam Wesgate for his thoughts on today's game.
Well, it is good to be back on a Tuesday night. I do like these games in particular, and I've noticed that we've had to park further back, so that goes hand in hand with what Paul Fisher was saying about the attendance increasing. I'm going to go for about 6,000 as opposed to the normal just shy of 5,000 fans we get, although that is a long way for the Grimsby fans. And on that subject with the game, it's going to be tough, but I think we'll do 2-1. I think Grimsby will put up a real fight, but I think we'll do 2-1. And I do want to point out that we've had 10 points out of 15, more goals in the games that we've had under the new regime than the entire first half of the season. So when some people are getting down about the last game, Nigel Clough's team are going to be in the top 3 probably, if not definitely the top 7. It's the game we weren't expecting to get anything out of if there was anything. Seriously, in December, I'd have taken 2 goals and a packet of crisps. It was just that bad. It was that awful. So we're doing really well at the moment. We've got to keep the momentum going. We're not going to win every game. We're not going to draw every game. We are going to lose some games. But if it's against, there's never a right loss, but the right opponents, I'm fine with that. I'm going Gills 2, Grimsby 1.
Let's also find out what Luke's 11 is for our game under the floodlights this evening.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. The unbeaten run come to an end on Saturday with a 2-0 away defeat to Mansfield. Arguably beaten by better sides who will be there or thereabouts when it comes to being promoted out of the division at the end of the season. Valentine's Day under the lights at Priestfield, what could go wrong? Tonight I see a number of changes being made to the lineup. Macca and Jeffries looked to be slightly burnt out on Saturday. I think, although harsh, I think they will be dropped out of the starting 11 tonight. So let's get to it. I'm anticipating a 4-2-1-3. Morris to continue in goal, made some tremendous saves on Saturday, and again has been Mr. Consistent along with Robbie McKenzie at right back. Aimer, Masterson to pair at centre-back, and Tatunda again at left-back, so the defence to be completely unchanged. The midfield of Williams, Diang, with Lapsley sitting just in front of them, and a front 3 of O'Brien, Hawkins and Nichols. A very attacking-minded side. It's a very important game that we definitely need to be picking up the 3 points around Grimsby, around a side that are near the bottom, especially with the other games that are on tonight as well. So is this team slightly too attack-minded for Harris? We shall wait and see. Los gets Gills.
We also now have a new feature on German Gills. We have the Gills Fan Zone. If you'd like to get in contact to be part of the Fan Zone, the link to the WhatsApp is in the description down below, and you could be included in something like this.
Hi, mate. I honestly reckon Gills going to win 3-1 today and going to the game. I reckon Nichols will get a brace, and I also reckon a defender will score. I'm not sure who, but I reckon it'll be from a corner. Yeah, and come on, you Gills.
Hi Reese, mate. Big fan of the German Gills. Love all your content. It's very great. Today, against Grimsby, I reckon a 2-0 win for the boys. Tom Nichols to get another goal, and Dom Jeffries to get back on that score sheet to get his second goal. Can't wait to see your reaction later. Enjoy the game.
Hi Reese. I think Gills are going to win 2-1 today with a Lapsley and Hawkins goal. I think Lapsley's going to start ahead of McDonald, and hopefully Hawkins can get his first goal of the season in a Gills shirt. Up the Gills.
My name's Lewis. I think the game today is going to be 2-0 to the Gillingham. I think Tom Nichols will bag a goal, and I think Timothy Dieng will score as well. Up the Gills.
I'd like to thank Ethan, Lewis, Ollie and Toby for submitting their message to the German Gills Show. It is very much appreciated. Let's head over to Priestfield Stadium for today's live match reaction. Los geht's, Gills! So we're about to get underway at Priestwood Stadium. Just before we get underway, I'm going to read out a couple of messages from text that I've used the German Gills WhatsApp. And there's Mike, who's going for a 2-0 win today, and he is happy when he predicted that Lapsley might start over Jeffreys. In fact, they're both starting, but he wanted Lapsley to start, and he has done, so we've got that wish there. And he wants to get Tom Nichols on the score sheet. And also we've got Steve, the steward, who's in the Medway stand, and he's going for a 3-0 win tonight with Ollie Hawkins and Tom Nichols to get on the score sheet. Hopefully everyone's right, and we do get this victory over Grimsby Town tonight. Let's see how it goes. There's a bit of a counter-attack here for Grimsby as they go down the centre. Can they get on the end of this and create an opportunity? They can't. Whoa, they might be able to. That is an awful challenge, and that's going to be a yellow card for Grimsby. I think that's going to be a yellow card for Grimsby. And I wonder what he's going to be given, because there's a bit of an argy-bargy here. I think the ref has got out the yellow card, but McKenzie has got basically tackled, it looked like, in the chest. But I don't know what the referee is going to be given overall here, but it looks like it's going to be a yellow card. Ball over the top of Grimsby, get on the end of this. It could be a real dangerous attack for them. Gills half clear it, but only to Grimsby feet as they get the ball across the other side of the box. This could be the first real big chance of the game, and Gills just about managed to clear their lines, I think. And it has gone to Jeffreys. Can he mount a counter-attack? He's going down the left-hand side. He's got two Grimsby players next to him. He needs to go back probably to recycle the attack as it goes to Tonda, who's looking for a crossfield kick, and then he's advancing forward himself. He's got support, and he gives the ball away very cheaply, in essence. And Grimsby Town are now got to attack themselves going the other way. We'll keep the highlight going as Gills regain possession again. Actually, this is the most spicy bit of football we've seen for the last 20 minutes or so, as Gillingham still gain possession moving forward down the right-hand side of Nichols. He's got support with Hawkins, as it goes into the box, and there's no one there. We're going to do Tonda. Okay, right. I struggled to keep up the play the last few seconds there. I just want to say now we're about to hit 25 minutes. That passage of play is probably the most fluid piece of football that we've seen so far in this game. It's been a very scrappy game. There's been a couple of corners, not been too much recently, and that one where it fell to Tonda, yeah, well, I mean, if that goes top of the corner, or top corner, that's goal of the season territory. It's been very scrappy. The team's been very balanced. Gills have only now had 2 shots, Grimsby none, and that's pretty much it at the moment. It's not looking pretty good for Goalfest, but obviously Gills are still in this game at the moment. Still 0-0, but that passage to play was pretty much all we've had so far. Grimsby with this throw on this left-hand side, looking to build the ball into the box, and they are passing it through, but the Gills have defended relatively well there until Dieng couldn't quite get the ball away. And as a result, there's an attack for Grimsby. They take a shot, and it just goes past the right post. And that's the first real meaningful attack of the game from both sides, and it was a mistake by Dieng, who just got the ball caught between his feet and didn't manage to clear his lines. And luckily for the Gills, Grimsby Town just couldn't find the back of the net or find the target, and I don't think Morris would have found that very easily. But luckily, it's still 0-0, but the first meaningful attack of this game. Gills have got the ball on the right-hand side. Good bit of work by Gills. It goes to Lapsley. Can he get his first goal? He's going to go to Jeffreys instead. Oh, it's unfortunate. Lapsley did try and do the unselfish thing and probably was the right thing. Just didn't execute it well. As it goes into the box by Tonda and just cleared away by Grimsby. Really good work by Gills to mount an attack. And McKenzie still has picked the ball up in a danger position. He goes forward down this right-hand side. It's gone to Nichols, who couldn't quite get the ball through. And he can't quite get the ball to put it back in. The best phase of play Gills have come up with, and because of Lapsley's unselfishness, I would have liked to see him shoot, unfortunately. But Gills nearly did take the advantage there and go 1-0 up. Grimsby got a throw on this right-hand side. They've got a lot of Gills players around there, but Grimsby have found the space, and this could be dangerous. And Grimsby should be doing a lot better there in finding the target. I think there's a little bit of a hurried attempt at goal, and he had a lot more time with the ball than he initially thought, the Grimsby Town forward. It's a lovely ball, a lovely gap they found there, and I think a touch there is warranted to be able to find the target. Grimsby fans would be a little bit upset that wasn't on target, but lucky for the Gills, it sailed wide of the post into the Raynham end, and it's still 0-0. And that is half-time, and sorry if you're a neutral watching that live, but let's go and see what Adam Wesgate thinks of this game so far.
Well, I'd say that's been a thoroughly uninspiring first half outside of the Lapsley chance and obviously the tackle on McKenzie, which looked really nasty from our vantage point. We saw it quite well. So I think that should have been a red card. And the Lapsley chance, thought the crowd were a bit harsh on him because they said, oh, why didn't he shoot? And I get that's the first sort of first go-to because he is one-on-one. But I thought the pass looked on to the point where if he got it right, it was going to be an absolute tap-in. So, Reece, you saw it better than me, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that was just what I saw. And aside from that, it's a complete copy of the Crawley game, except Crawley had the better chances, no doubt. So, I think we got lucky in the Crawley game not to be 1 or 2-0 down. Then we did better in the second half. I'm hoping today will be the same. I mean, Grimsby haven't really had any clear chances, so that's a good thing, but maybe that's because Crawley were better, I don't know. So, at the moment, I'm still going to go 2-1, but I think we will turn it around. It's been pretty drab, but hopefully, fingers crossed, an improvement.
And we're underway for the second half. Let's see if Gills can snatch a goal. Maybe we can get 3 points. Let's hope we get something from this game. That's the most important thing. McDonald with the corner on the left-hand side. It's going to be an into here. Can he put a dangerous ball in? And Gills gets something from Esses, goes to the centre of the back post. And a free header. Oh, Nichols should have scored. It's a decent save by the goalkeeper. But my goodness me, Nichols was completely left isolated at the back post and just couldn't take advantage and put it in the back of the net. He will be disappointed with himself, and Gills really should have been 1-0 up, and it is the first shot on target that Gills have had in this game so far. As Gills still attack down this right-hand side with Nichols. He gets the ball across. Can Jeffries get... Oh, it's just not the touch he needed. A much better start for Gills in the second half. But my goodness me, should Nichols have scored here? I'm sorry to say, yes, he should have done. It's a decent save by the Grimsby Town goalkeeper, in fairness, but Nichols should have felt he should have scored. We're going to keep the highlight going, quite a long one, because we've got a short throw in this time by Mackenzie. Oh, not the best touch by McDonald, but he puts it in the box. Nonetheless, can Gills create something extra, headed in, and then eventually cleared away by Grimsby. Highlight over. It's a long ball forward from Mackenzie. Can Gills create something here as it bounces all the way to the left-hand side with... and surely that's a goal! And Lapsey has scored his first goal in Gillingham colours. It was Tom Jeffries who got the ball across. And Gillingham have taken advantage of a slight mistake at the back and managed to put it in the back of the net. Really good vision from Jeffries. And unfortunately for Grimsby, it's really poor defending. The guy at the right just completely let the ball bounce through to Jeffries, who managed to get the ball across. Great ball by Mackenzie. A bit opportunist, I suppose. Really bad work by the defensive number 2 player for Grimsby. Good bit of vision. And Lapsley, he's hit one sweeter than that, I imagine, from 4 yards out. But he's still got it on target. He put it technically in the top left-hand corner. And he does finally get his first goal for Gillingham. And it is his first debut as well. So, as a starting player. So, Gills 1-0 up in a really crucial game. And just like the Crawley game, we've got that slight edge moving into the second half. And Gills could hopefully double their advantage moving forward. But as it stands, it's 1-0 to the Gills and a much prettier scoreline. Grimsby coming forward now. They've got a chance here, and they've got a little momentum going to shoot from distance. Oh, and it just goes wide of the left-hand post. Or it's a decent save by Glenn Morris. I apologise. I thought it was a snapshot that went wide, but in fact, it was a decent save by the shot stopper of the Gills. Blimey, Grimsby nearly back into the game at 1-1. Grimsby now coming down this left-hand side, looking to get the ball into the box. They have them to the back post. This could be dangerous, and it's a decent goal, actually, by Grimsby, and they have equalised. It was a fantastic header into the ground, and Grimsby have made level terms. This where the threat has been, actually, for Grimsby is down this left-hand side, and it's a fantastic ball into the box, and the Grimsby Town fans are very happy that they've gone and equalised. And the thing is, you know, Gills, the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes, have kind of stepped back a little bit and tried and kind of invited pressure, so you can understand the fact that Grimsby have got a bit more on the front foot, and they keep putting these balls into the box, and eventually one's going to go your way, goes into the box, head it into the ground. Morris does get some solid hands to it, but can't steer it wide of the post, and as a result, that's a great ball to the box. You know, Morris will think he should be doing better, but as a result, head it into the ground, make it difficult for the keeper, and it's in the back of the net. And suddenly, Gillingham, after looking pretty tidy with 1 goal to the good, have now got it all to do at 1-1 to try and get something still from this game. It currently says Gillingham 1, Grimsby Town 1. Gills got the ball on the right side of Alexander. He's going to put it into the box as well. That's a great ball. Someone's got to get into that. Great header by Grimsby. Gills got the shot instead. They have. Oh, and it's just gone wide. It's a decent save by Grimsby, and Gills have won a corner. 5 minutes to go and stoppages of this game. So throwing for Gillingham, it's gone to Alexander, who puts it to the box. Can Gills get a header on target? It's bouncing around. Is someone going to put their foot through it? Aimer's going to try and get something on it. It's a good shot. It's a decent save by, the goalkeeper of Grimsby once again. Good shot by Nichols. It goes back into the box. Can we recycle it? Header towards goal. Yes! And Gills have scored! Right to the, I say right at the end, I don't care. There's about 4 minutes left in stoppages. Gills have gone 2-1 up. My goodness me, I thought the attack was over. This is what we weren't doing at Mansfield. We weren't recycling the attack, and we've recycled the attack again and again, and eventually gets in the back of the net. And I'm so happy because it is Hawkins who has scored his first goal for Gills. Both Mansfield players that have come down from Gillingham have scored for their first time for their new club today against Grimsby Town. What a fantastic set of double signings that is, and what a time to have an impact to score both of their goals. It currently stands Gillingham 2, Grimsby Town 1, and we're going to watch this again. What a delivery that is by Alexander, and there you go. That's what we're paying for. What a header, and what a goal to put it in the back of the net. Gillingham now just have to hold on to get these 3 valuable points. That could mean we go out the relegation zone tonight. It is Gillingham 2, Grimsby Town 1. And that is full time, and Gills get the victory they so desperately wanted against Grimsby Town under the lights. Let's go to Adam Wesgate for his final word on today's game.
Well, what a vital 3 points that was. I can't say, the quality of the goals were good. I can't say it was fully deserved. I probably think a draw wouldn't have been unfair if it had happened. Obviously, I wouldn't have liked that, but it wouldn't have been totally unfair. So 2-1, obviously this gets us out of the relegation zone. Big deal, they mentioned it at the stadium. I think it's just a psychological thing. We've got such a huge game on Saturday against Rochdale. I mean, you asked me earlier about how I feel in terms of how long we've got left tonight. There's a long way to go still, 17 games, but equally I'm confident that over the long haul we will be all right because we've just got more quality now. And it shows today. We'd have lost this. I think we'd have lost this first half of the season. We'd have had some, but we'd have let that goal in, and then they just would have felt okay because we wouldn't score. That's the difference now. We've got the 2 goals. We've got the 3 points. Rochdale's a must not lose. Don't want to sound too negative because you think to yourself you should win. Equally though, another 16 games after Rochdale, so that's a must not lose. And we keep chugging along. We'll be more than safe. We'll be mid-table.